it's me, Pooja723, and today I've got something special for you guys. Since today it's officially January 24th, and according to Goodreads it's National Reading Day or Reading-a-thon Day, I decided to show you guys my bookshelf. So I have decided to start an official BookTube channel, but for now it's going to be on my main channel. I'm not going to make a new channel or anything like that because, you know, I already have like a ton of subscribers, which I'm very, very grateful for. So thank you very much. So yeah, this is going to be my intro to actually being and joining BookTube. So that's gonna be fun. So yeah, the reason why I wanted to join BookTube is because, one, diversity. There's not a lot of people of, you know, color or other races on BookTube. And the second reason is, yeah, I do read young adult, but I don't read young adult, like, I don't read the same young adult books as, you know, other popular booktubers on the internet. So yeah, those are the two main reasons why I wanted to join BookTube. So without further ado, I shall show you guys my bookshelves. Okay, here are my two bookshelves. Obviously there's other things besides books. I do have a lot of other things, but you know, if you guys want to see all the other stuff that I have, you know, I'll gladly make a shelf tour for comic books or manga or the DVDs and stuff. But right now, it's just about books. Top shelf. They're not in any particular order. I just put them in just based on series. So, and over here, second shelf. Third shelf. And my second shelf. This is kind of organized-ish because this is pretty much based off trilogies, like all the different trilogies. And down here I have all the contemporary books. And down here, I don't know if you guys can see because I have crappy lighting. I am sorry, you guys. But here are mostly completed series. Book 1 is The Assassin's Blade by Sarah J. Maas. Book 2 is Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. Book 3 is Crown of Midnight by Sarah J. Maas. And Book 4 is Heir of Fire by Sarah J. Maas. This is a really, really good fantasy, young adult fantasy series. If you guys aren't reading this, you guys are heavily missing out on awesomeness. Heir of Fire is personally signed by Sarah J. Maas. She's also a major Sailor Moon fan, which makes me really, really happy. That's all I gotta say about this series. This series is really, really super good. Okay, next series is the Heir series by Cinda Williams-Chima. This series is the first series that I got into after Harry Potter ended, so this series holds a special place in my heart. First book is The Warrior Heir by Cinda Williams-Chima. Eventually, I'm gonna be getting the hardcovers to the first two books because I don't like when my books match. I just don't. Second book is The Wizard Heir. Third book is The Dragon Heir. The Enchanter Heir. The Sorcerer Heir, and I got this exclusively at Comic-Con. I know a lot of people don't like stickers on their books, but I'm okay with it. It's signed by the author, so yay! The next series is also written by Cinda Williams-Chima. This has nothing to do with these series. The first book is The Demon King. Second book is The Exiled Queen. Third book is The Grey Wolf Throne. The fourth book is The Crimson Crown. The next two books have nothing to do with any of these books. But the first book is The Burning Sky by Sherry Thomas. And the second book is The Perilous Sea by Sherry Thomas. I think the third book comes out sometime this year, which I'm looking forward to. Here are all my Harry Potter books. Do I really have to take these books out, you guys? You guys know what Harry Potter is. Do I really? Fine, I guess I will. This is the Hogwarts library with Tales of Beedle the Bard, Quidditch Through the Ages, and Fantastical Beasts and Where to Find Them. I am not opening this because, well, I'm not taking the books out because it takes like ages to get these things to come out, so that's staying in there. First book is Sorcerer's Stone. This is the 10th anniversary edition of the book. Second book is Chamber of Secrets. Third book is Prisoner of Azkaban. Fourth book is The Goblet of Fire. The fifth book is The Order of the Phoenix. Sixth book is Half-Blood Prince. And the seventh book, my favorite book, it'll give you feels, The Deathly Hallows. Next book is In the Shadows by Kirsten White and Jim D. Toyo. Next book is by Hilary Bell, The Last Night. Next book is also by Hilary Bell, Rogue's Home. It's the sequel to The Last Night. Next book by Hilary Bell is The Player's Ruse, the third book to the Last Night series. The next book is The Hunger Games, obviously by Suzanne Collins. And no, I don't have Catching Fire and Mockingjay because I don't know, I don't really like those books that much. Like, I liked Hunger Games, Catching Fire was okay, and Mockingjay was alright. Like, I like the movies more than I do the books. The Princess and the Opal Mask by Jenny Lundquist. The sequel is The Opal Crown by Jenny Lundquist. This is Alana, the First Adventure by Tamora Pierce. Basically, she is the grandmother of young adult fantasy books. And this is The Woman Who Rides Like a Man. I have to get the other two books. I haven't gotten them yet. This box right here is my, well, I know a lot of people have TBR jars. I have a TBR treasure chest. Well, this is actually technically for jewelry, but I put all my TBR books that I have not read or want to read when I have time. Okay, next shelf. Red Rising by Pierce Brown. I've heard a lot of good things about this book. Golden Sun by Pierce Brown. Next book is Midnight Thief by Liva Blackburn. The next book is Pawn by Amy Carter. The sequel to that book is Captive by Amy Carter. Death Sworn by Leah Cypress. Deep Blue by Jennifer Donnelly. And its sequel, which just came out, which is Rogue Wave. The next book is Rebel Belle by Rachel Hawkins. I've heard a lot of good things about this book. Again, I haven't read this yet, but hopefully my TBR will let me. The next book is 8,000 Pieces of You by Claudia Gray. The next book is Stitching Snow by R.C. Lewis. The next book is The Young Elites by Mary Lou. Next book is The Kiss of Deception by Mary E. Pearson. And this book is really, really good. If you guys enjoy high fantasy books, that's one of the books that you should read. The next book is Snow Like Ashes by Sarah Rashk. The next book is The Winner's Curse by Marie Rudakovsky. And the last book on this shelf is Allies and Assassins by Justin Somper. Like I said, if you guys want me to show you guys all the comic books and manga, I gladly will, you know, if you guys want to. Okay, the shelf over here, which the lighting is absolutely crap. Ugh. First book that's hiding in the darkness is These Broken Stars by Amy Kaufman. The sequel to that is The Shattered World. Next book is Legacy of the Clockwork Key by Kristen Bailey. And its sequel, Rise of the Arcane Fire. Rise of the Arcane Fire. Okay. The next series, I'm sure everybody knows. Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. Siege and Storm, Ruin and Rising. The next series everybody knows too. The Darkest Minds by Alexandra Bracken. Never Fade by Alexandra Bracken. And this book is totally signed by her because she's that awesome. And the last book in the series, In the Afterlight. Next book is Cinder by Marissa Meyer. Sequel, Scarlet. And Cress. And I am hyped as hell to be getting The Fairest. I can't wait for that, so I can marathon this series. I've heard a lot of good things about this series. The next book is Black City by Elizabeth Rhodes, and its sequel, Phoenix. Okay, this is my contemporary shelf. I have a couple contemporary books. I just got into reading contemporary stuff. The first book is No Place to Fall by J. Robin Brown. Wild Thorn by Jane Eagland. The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. This is, I guess, the collector's edition because it's all silver and pretty full. Bombay Blues by Tanja Desai Hidler. or Heidier. I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce names. The next book is A Little Something Different by Sandy Hall. There's Before and Then There's After by Kristen Harmel. Next book is Maybe One Day by Melissa Cantor. The next book is Open Road Summer by Emily Lord. The next book is Don't Expect Magic by Kathy McCullough, and its sequel, Who Needs Magic. The next book is Meant to Be by Laura Merrill. All the Right Places by Jennifer Niven. Everybody knows this book. Anna and the French Kiss by Stephanie Perkins. I want the new hardcovers because I'm not a fan of paperback at all. Lola and the Boy Next Door. Isla and the Happily Ever After. The only Rainbow Rowell book that I have, which is Fangirl. I want to get her other books too. This is What Happy Looks Like by Jennifer E. Smith. The Geography of You and Me by Jennifer E. Smith, which is the sequel to This Is What Happy Looks Like. My True Love Gave to Me, which is written by various young adult authors. Rainbow Rowell, Stephanie Perkins, Holly Black, Ellie Carter, everyone. Basically like all the big YA authors. It's like a compilation of Christmas stories, and this book is so good. You guys have to read it. Bottom shelf, which the lighting sucks so bad. The Wizard of Oz, A Little Princess. These are basically some classics that I own. The Grimm's Fairy Tales. And King Arthur and His Knights. The Princess Curse by Marie Haskell. Alice in Wonderland. And this ginormous monster of a book, Lord of the Rings by J.R.R. Tolkien. This is the entire Lord of the Rings book. It's the entire series. It's Fellowship, Two Towers, and Return of the King, all jammed into one. Of Poseidon by Anna Banks. Triton of Neptune. Next series, The Girl of Fire and Thorns by Ray Carson. Crown of Embers, The Bitter Kingdom. Next series is Ingo by Helen Dunmore, The Tide Knot, and The Deep. It's a duology series by Catherine Fisher, Incarceron, and Safik. Ruby Red by Kristen Gear, Sapphire Blue, and Emerald Green. The next book series, well, it's not really a trilogy yet because the third book's not out yet. Let the Sky Fall by Shannon Messenger. Let the Storm Break. The next series is The False Prince by Jennifer A. Nielsen, The Runaway King, and The Shadow's Throne. Life as We Knew It by Susan Beth Peffer. The Dead and Gone, This World We Live In, and The Shade of the Moon. So yeah, that concludes my bookshelf tour. I hope you guys enjoyed it. You know, favorite, like, subscribe, all that good YouTube stuff. And I'll have my January book haul up soon. It's just that I still have books to get, so books are going to be coming in the mail. So once I have those books in my hand, I shall make a January book haul. Bye everyone!